She-Rag got me.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Let's go. Watch out now. 50 shooters. Ready?
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And get this one across the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with a loss. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to float from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll go again here with Akers. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And some space here. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter, this is Akers. And he loses the football a second time. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward?
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Stafford going to give this to Akers. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 16, Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. And it's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Set punt. Striker. 3-3. Solid ran.
He'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richards. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Stafford on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the 50, it's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything the defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll send a receiver in motion left. Third and long, it's Stafford. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Gay's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They go play action here on 1st down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he gets to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 70 yards rushing down for Kamara. It's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. He starts with a give to Akers. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now it's Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll set up to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hill. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying again another day.
And he's got some space here. He's up to the 20, up the right sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 132 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Akers is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard down to the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack. Sets him back big time. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. It's Olave. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a a huge play at this point in the game. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
You have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A 3rd down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them, because that might very well be all the points they need.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. For the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for L.A., you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.